Hi there, it's Kevin from RopeDeckBuilder.com here with another match in our Epic Experiment series. This one is against Azorius Midrange. This is kind of like the old Delver midrange deck back in the day, except no Delver. Just sticks with the Snapcasters, Restoration Angels, and Augur of Bolas, and they try to finish you off with usually a Rune Chanter's Pike equipped to any one of those or one of their spirit tokens from the Moorland Haunt land. So it's a very resilient deck. It's doing very well right now, especially if people aren't packing the Caverns of Souls, and since zombies and a lot of the other aggressive decks have seen a drop in popularity lately. So anyway, we'll get started here. I am on the play, so I will play Hallowed Fountain and play tap. This is a very risky hand, but I thought I'd keep it. I have all four of my mana sources here with the Key Rune and a Talrand. I don't know what I'm facing. But this hand by itself can overwhelm an opponent if they don't have an answer. And I do like seeing that Hallowed Fountain, and I do like seeing that double Hallowed Fountain because we have a very good matchup usually versus either Esper control or Bant control. Usually it's very favorable for us. So I'll throw out the Key Rune, and yep, I'm thinking that now I know we're going against Azorius Midrange, and I feel okay against this deck because, like I said, if they tap out in one turn late game, a lot of times I can just take the game over right there. So we will play a Talrand here and ship it back to him. And now we're in pretty good shape. I'm not gonna go too crazy here, but I am gonna play Lingering Souls and flash it back. No, we hold the Desperate Ravings up. And he restos his Augur Bolas and finds an Essence Scatter, which is basically a dead card versus us now, especially since we have our Talrand out. And we'll Desperate Raves at the end of turn. And I didn't like to see that Battle Hymn get chucked in the bin, but if we can grab either another Battle Hymn or eventually enough lands to pass in flames into a Battle Hymn for a high epic experiment, this will be game. So once again, I like playing these control matchups because it gives us so much time to set up our board presence. And he's given us all the time in the world here. He can't swing into my Drake tokens, otherwise it's a 1-for-1. And I'm not even going to worry about swinging into him. So we're in very good shape here. And this is just the power of Talrand if you get it off early. Now I've got a gazillion Drake tokens, and here's the Battle Hymn I was waiting for. So I could even battle him into a Forbidden Alchemy flashback and find maybe the answer that I need. Or I can just sit back and keep building my Drakes. I am a little bit worried about like a Supreme Verdict, but a lot of these mid-range tempo decks don't run Supreme Verdict or Terminus. They try to just do spot counter spells and unsummons and Azorius Charms. Just bounce and yeah, just a nice tempo deck, like I said, to kill the other play off with like a Rune Chanter's Pike or just beating them down with Restoration Angels while controlling their board. But now my board is impossible to control. I guess maybe they run Cyclonic Rifts, and yes, that would hurt. But I'm still in very good shape here. And now I could look to even start killing him off the Drakes, but now I've got the Epic Experiment with a Battle Hymn, so I just need to play around counter spells, or maybe just even go for it. Because we have a gazillion guys here. So yeah, we do. We battle him here, and for a lot. And I should have actually kept up a blue instead of a black here. That way, but I do keep 5 up in case I can burn at the stake. If he counters Epic Experiment, then I can still burn at the stake, kill him. If he doesn't counter the Epic Experiment, I'm probably going to find an answer here. And I do find a lot of stuff, but the burn at the stake can still be countered. But that is a lot of Drake tokens. What turn are we on here? Let's see here. We'll pause this real quick. Turn 8. This is turn 8 with our gazillion tokens on board. So we will burn at the stake. Just enough to kill him and keep everything else back, but that was enough to finish him off. He could have had a lot of life there, and I still would have killed him. Anywho, that was game 1. Go on to game 2, and we're on the draw now. And a lot of lands is actually good versus this matchup. We want to hit a land drop every turn to keep up with them. In case it turns into like a counterspell war, we can actually play more than one card after it gets countered. So yeah, he has no good targets for Azorius Charm, so he'll just use it as a cantrip. And we'll Forbidden Alchemy. Find an epic experiment and get rid of some lands, which is good. We still have land drops forever. I did side in some Terminuses and Supreme Verdicts. A lot of times that's all you have to do is kill the Restoration Angels in its game. And he starts to build up a pretty good board presence. Essence Scatter is basically a dead card versus us. I guess it does hit Snapcaster, but Snapcaster can be played at end of turn and have our mana up on our turn if he decides to counter it. So I do need to find a solution here. So I'll Terminus and bait out a counterspell. And hopefully next turn he adds either another Restoration Angel or just another dude that I can Supreme Verdict away. And I decided to go another turn. And he Sphinxes for 2, that's fine. But we'll Snapcaster knowing that he now making his Essence Scatter completely dead and giving us a cheaper Forbidden Alchemy. And we'll find another Forbidden Alchemy with it. I don't need another Terminus in hand. So it is getting a little bit scary here. Down to 6 life. And so I will Supreme Verdict here. And he decides to unsummon his Restoration Angel. So when he casts his Restoration Angel here, we'll have a free Forbidden Alchemy. Oh, I didn't cast it. Okay. I probably should have cast a Forbidden Alchemy there, but we'll do it now at the end of turn. And he does decide to syncopate it. That's why I should have cast it in response to his Resto. But we can, now they use the syncopate, we can Lingering Souls and flash back our Lingering Souls. And we do this, what do we do here? I decided to go for a little epic experiment. Epic for 5. And he snap syncopates it. So, oh, he snap negates it, which is a horrible, horrible player mistake. He should have syncopated there for 1, and it would have done the same thing. And then I don't have an epic experiment for flashback. But our deck isn't very well known how it interacts and whatnot. So I think that he just chose to get rid of the negate there, because syncopate could have been used for more versatile targets later on. But we don't really have any creatures in this deck, so we're okay. But this does buy us a lot of time with the Restoration Angel. And he does decide to Azorius Charm his own Restoration Angel so he can clear the board. The problem with this, though, is this gives me a turn here without having to worry about anything being counterspelled. So I could draw a kill condition right here, but I don't. And now it is looking a little grim, but he can't resto it in a turn. He's got to resto either on his turn or at the end of my next turn. And so I'll go for the epic experiment here. And I do decide to leave 1 blue/red open in case I do hit like a Goblin Rally with a Battle Hymn, and then we can Past in Flames, Battle Hymn, and hopefully get off a combo here. And we hit an epic, so epic experiment for 6, and we hit a Battle Hymn and nothing else. Oh, okay, we hit, maybe I should pull it up. We hit Lingering Souls, and Battle Hymn. So the way I stack it is both Lingering Souls go off, and then the Battle Hymn goes off. So, and then we have a Battle Hymn, but there wasn't really anything to cast the Battle Hymn mana for, because we didn't have enough for Past in Flames plus another Battle Hymn. We are 1 off, but anyway, we have enough chump blockers for Restoration Angel now. and he'll swing into it, and we'll just block with 1. And we will flashback Lingering Souls, throw out a key rune, and flashback that Lingering Souls. And we have a little options here. I guess I could have gone for a Pass in Flames, battle him, and maybe hit something. But next turn, 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. Oh yeah, 21 damage. So we'll have to whittle him down a little bit more to put him in kill range. Plus, I'm still playing around those counter spells. Once again, we won't even try to kill our Restoration Angel. We'll just chump block. And we will Pass in Flames here and see if he counters it. And he's digging with his Azorius Charm, doesn't find it. So now we can battle him. And we can battle him again. And we could even do it one more time. But we decide to Epic here and leave up some mana for another battle him plus a blue. Could give us another Epic experiment to try to hit the 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. We'll have to hit a token here too. But he does just concede here. He wasn't guaranteed dead. And I gotta love his comment over here. Lucky Jank, have fun going 500. I actually did go 500, so it was a little bit prophetic there, but hey, I actually had the matchups I wanted in round 3 and 4, but the dice just didn't roll my way. I got completely shut down with the Curse of Deathhold versus Esper, and then got slaughter gamed second game against the Jun. The first game I got some really I got stuck on 4 lands. So in the second game I got double slaughter game for my Epic Experiment and my Burn at the Stake. So those were my round 3 and 4. It was kind of disappointing. I'd end up going 2 and 2, beat Red Deck Wins, but Red Deck Wins was kind of luck because he mulled the 6th on one of the games I beat him, and I was top decking the Azorius Charms, the Terminuses, things like that. And then on game number 3 he mulled to 5, and I kept a hand with 2 Supreme Verdicts, a Pillar, and a Azorius Charm in like perfect mana for everything, and drew into the mana that I needed. So yeah, Red Deck Wins is usually an extremely bad matchup for us, but I was able to luck that out. So 2 and 2 is not too bad. I mean, we didn't get blown out of the water here. So, and this game was incredibly fun, of course. It shows exactly what this can do against the control matchups. Anyway, this is Kevin from RogueDeckWheel.com. Thanks for watching.